Hello everyone, this is me Abdullah Noman, and in this video I'm going to talk about this R.java file, this section here, that what is this R.id, then what is this R.layout, and what is the deal, what's going on with this R section. So that's what we are going to learn in this video. So let's just begin. Now in this project here I have two buttons here, one is this and the other one is this, and the first one, it has an ID called A button, and the second one, it has an ID called B button. Now what we were doing is this: we were connecting these buttons to this this Java section here, main.activity Java file here, and we are also connecting this set content view to the main.activity Java file here. Now while doing that, I said that we are using something called this R.id and then R.layout, and we said that this is the ID that we provided here, this is the name of the XML file, this is the ID that we provided in the XML file here. These are the two. Now I said that okay, I understand that this is an ID, that's why we are giving this ID, but where is this ID coming from? I mean, what the hell is this ID? What is going on with this ID? And then what is going on with this? We understand that this is coming from this layout, but we don't understand exactly that what is this R section. So I said in my previous video that I'm going to explain that within a few videos. So this is that video where I explained that. Alright, so let's start. You see, R.java file is a file that is auto generated, that is system generated, and anything that you put inside this res folder, here gets a registry inside this R.java file. I will show the file within a few seconds, but for now just remember this, that anything that you register in this section gets a registry in this R.java file. For example, you register a color here, 3 colors, these 3 color has a registry in this Java file. If you add any strings inside here or inside your activity, because that is also inside this res folder, that will get a registry inside this R.java file that we are talking about, and this registry is created automatically for us. We are not supposed to do anything with this Java file, but I will show you the file right now. So in this hierarchy, in this Android hierarchy, you can't actually see it. So what you have to do in order to see it, you have to change the hierarchy, which is this. You have to go to package view, and then here you have this com.example.your project. Actually, see, this is the project. Let me just show you. The project here is this one. Now inside this view here, you have other folders also that we used, but that we don't see inside this Android view. Alright, so that's what is going on. So inside this hierarchy, you will have that there is a file called R dot, and when you open it, it is a file called R.java file, and inside this file you will see there is a warning in the beginning which says files under build folder are generated and should not be edited. That means that you are not supposed to be doing anything with this file here. You are not supposed to tamper with this file. Alright, again let me just show you something else. This class was automatically generated. What is written here? Auto generated file, do not modify. This class was automatically generated by the app tool from the resource data it found. The resource data that it found from where? From this resource folder. Okay, so app tool, from the resource data it found, which it found from here, it should not be modified by hand. This folder should not be modified by hand. Now let me just show you that everything that we added is actually registered in this folder. Alright, so let's go to main activity. We have an ID which is A button, right, which was here, and B button. So let's just go to the ID section, and let's see here, everything that you register will get a class here. For example, if you register a ID, it will have a class inside this R.java file. It will have a class, and inside that class the ID will be registered. And if you, for example, give an styles.xml, and if you register an styles, then inside this Java file it will have a styles class. I will show you, and then inside there it will have a registry. If you add a string, that will have a class, it will have a then if you add a color, it will have a class. If you add a map, it will have a class inside this Java file. Alright, so let's just go for the ID, because that's what we are working on, right? Let's just see. Come. Maybe these things moves very fast. You see, I was talking about the color here. Every color that you define will get a registry in this section. For example, let me just show you. Color primary dark, color accent, right? Color accent, color primary dark. These three have been registered in this section. Then if you go down, any dimension that you set will be registered in this section. Inside this, as you can see, drawable, and see inside this you will find this IC launcher background. Let me just show you where it can be found. Let's just go to IC. You see, IC launcher background, IC launcher foreground, these are the two. And let's just go to ID here and see A button, B button, right? As you can see, A button and B button, those are the ID that we defined. So as you can already see that if we also go find the layout file here, and there are a lot of files, it will take some time maybe, so I'm not going to show that, but you can, if you are curious, you can find it out, and I'm sure, I can promise you that you will find this activity main.xml inside that file. And by any chance you don't see it immediately, just go to build here and then press this rebuild project here, and then after that go to the layout file, layout class that you wanted to find inside this Java file, and then you will find the XML activity main.xml. That means that everything that you register here, everything that you put inside this registry file gets a registry inside this Java file. Now what happens is this: when we are trying to access any ID or any specific resource, what we have to do is that we have to get to that R.java file, because that's where it has been registered, and then we have to get to the class. For example, for the ID there is a class here, right? So we have to get to the class, and we use the dot operator, and then we get to the class which is ID, and then inside that the A button is presented, and that's why we write it like this, which is R.id.button. Or for example, for this one there is a layout file, as I have mentioned earlier, in this file, and in this R.java file, and there you have to find the layout, and inside that layout class there is this registry of activity main. So that's why we use it like that, and that's about that. And I hope you have understood, and if you want to, then you can actually search for all of the registry that you have registered here, and you will find everything inside this R.java file. So that's about that. Have a good day, have a good night, have fun.